Good evening. So I'm gonna hold here for a few seconds and let people pop on. I am at the airport, which is what you'll see in the background. So if you hear some noise, you hear some people talking, you hear some announcements, that is because I'm at the airport. So I am currently headed up to Wisconsin, going to go see my kids, leaving this beautiful Florida weather for the extreme cold. Actually, I don't even know how cold it is over there, so it might not be extreme cold at this point. But I'm leaving all the beautiful Florida weather. I'm headed up north. Gonna have some time with the kids, maybe see some of my friends that are there in Wisconsin, get some work done. You know how we do it. And as you pop on here, say hello, say what's up. And if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. And my wife Cindy just jumped on. She said, "Safe travels, my love." Thank you, babe. I love you so much. And anybody else that's hopping on here, say hey. So this is not gonna be long. I want to kind of have a little bit of a rant, because I am seeing something that I would guess most of you that are watching this see almost every single day. And I watch quite a bit of YouTube, and I watch all kinds of videos. I love documentaries, so I'm always on YouTube. I also happen to be in the online/internet marketing space. So the combination of being in the online/internet marketing space and then also watching YouTubes means that I'm constantly getting retargeted from marketers that are selling a course or trying to get you to come to their webinar or something to that effect. I am a digital marketer. Cindy and I own a content and email marketing agency, so I understand conceptually how this all works, right? You target people through ads that you think would be interested in your message, and your goal is to try to get them to do something. So whether it's look at your course, buy a webinar, this or that. So conceptually, I understand how this works, but I just feel like we have to do better. And when I say we, I'm lumping myself into that because I've been doing this since 2011, and I've done a lot of things. I've written a lot of copy. I've had ads. I've kind of done all the things. So I lump myself into the we because I've been part of the problem in the past. But we have to do better as a space. Look, you want somebody to be interested in what it is that you do. Whatever it is that you do in your business. Maybe you help people build businesses. Maybe you help them with personal development. Maybe you help them get their mind right. Maybe you help them with wellness. So you're doing something. You have a business built around a topic. And naturally, you want people to see what it is that you do through your content, but you also want them to buy something from you, because at the end of the day, this is not a hobby. It's a business, right? And it's a business that you're using to create financial freedom, to help you live the kind of life that you want to live. So in that circumstance, you want to get sales, right? And when you think about all of the different tactics and the way that you can get sales, one thing that I think most people conceptually understand, entrepreneurs conceptually understand, is you can only go so far on warm and referrals. So you can get referrals and build those relationships and have good business. You can have your warm network, people that know you and understand what it is that you do. But that's only going to take you to another level. That other echelon of level, the next level, where you start generating passive income and you start making more money, is when you're starting to tap into the code. And 9 times out of 10, when you're tapping into the code, especially if you're selling a course or a digital information product or something like that, you're probably going to run some ads at some point. Run ads to a webinar, ads to a funnel, ads to that course. Like, it's going to happen. I get that. I get where you're going. But my thought and my rant is, what are you saying on those ads? What are you saying in your sales copy? What are you saying on your website? What are you saying in your messaging? So at the beginning of this, I said that I watch a lot of YouTube. Oh, and Mike said safe travels live. What's up, Mike? So again, if you're joining this live, say hey. If you're joining this on the replay, hashtag replay. So in watching YouTube, I'm bombarded with ads, and a lot of the ads are pretty much following the same script. It's the rags to riches story. Like 3 years ago, I was broke, and then I discovered this amazing thing, this amazing strategy, this amazing business. Now I've made over $5 million in 2 years, and then you can cue them panning into like a Stripe, like the screenshot of Stripe, or inside their ClickFunnels to show their sales and this and that, and so that they're trying to validate what they're saying, right? That they're really successful. And then, hey, do you want to know how I do it? I have a free training. It's only X number of minutes of your time. Sign up for the free training. And so it's not the best way to reach that cold audience. It's not the best way to build your business. If you are saying those kind of things, you're telling that story of you came from nothing, now you've made $10 million, you're going to sound like everybody else, especially if you have not done a good job nurturing your audience through content and showing them your expertise. The goal is not, as Cindy said, too spammy. The goal is not to be spammy, folks. That's not the goal. One, consumers today are a lot smarter than they used to be. They know the game. They know that it's going to be a webinar. It's probably going to be a pre-recorded auto webinar, and then they're going to get sold to at some point. And then they're going to get the courses on sale for X number of dollars for only this 32-hour window. Buy it, otherwise the price goes up and you're going to miss out. And it's like a lot of high-pressure sales tactics. And people are turned off by that. The consumer is turned off by that. They're sick of it. They see it all day long and they're sick of it. Sorry for shaking the camera. I'm kind of getting animated here. I need to start traveling something to keep this thing level here. But they're sick of it. The consumer's sick of it. So one, the consumer already understands what's going on. They understand the process. They understand the game. They understand the webinar. They're probably not even going to watch the webinar anyways. And then when you send them the spammy hardcore sales offer, guess what? They're not going to be tuning in. It's just not a tactic that works anymore, folks. It's not. If you want to tap into the upper echelon of getting to that next level in sales and growing your business, and if you want to get to that cold traffic, you have to nurture. And the way that you nurture is through your content, by adding value. Yesterday, Cindy and I, in separate locations, we attended a webinar by Nicole Walters. Nicole Walters, pretty big in our space, doing some interesting things. She had a free webinar in which she did not sell anything. She told you up front, I'm not going to sell you anything. And she was on there for, I don't know, it might have been close to 2 hours. How many hours was that, babe? It might have been close to 2 hours because I didn't stay to the end, but Cindy did. But she was on there for the hour and a half that I was on there, straight up adding value, step by step, tactical. This is how you do what it is that she teaches. She didn't sell anything. It wasn't spammy. There was no indirect sales offer at the end. It was just straight up value. And she had like over 1,000 people on the webinar, I believe. So all that value. Now, she invested some of her time to teach her audience, to educate them. She invested her knowledge and her expertise. And she did it without expecting anything in return. But guess what? She will get something in return, because the people that got value on that call are going to be tuning in a lot closer now. They're going to be following her stuff a lot closer. And when she does offer something that is within their price point, you better believe that they're going to buy, because she already nurtured them with the value. That's how you tap into the cold. That's how you reach the next level in your business, is by starting from a place of adding value, nurturing through your content. Not getting them with hypey, spammy internet marketing copy that gets them in the funnel, and then you're going to target them with 100 emails, and then you just hope that the numbers kind of play out and that you win with the percentages. And even if you got that person to buy the course with that kind of copy and approach, those tend to not be great clients. They tend to be people that are using their last dollars to buy your course. They're using their last couple of bucks. They want to buy your course. And then when your course doesn't give them the one thing, the magical, mystical thing that makes up for everything else that they've spent money on, because they've spent money on all these other things, and it disappoints, guess what? Those are the people that are doing the chargebacks. Those are the people on social media talking about you're a scammer, this or that. That's what that client ends up becoming. So if you want a better way, you want a better approach, first add value, nurture that audience through content. So if you are going to run a Facebook ad, run a Facebook ad to an article, run a Facebook ad to a free training where you're not selling them something, right? Like it's just straight up giving them value. Do more lives, publish more articles. I'm not sitting here and telling you that you have to have 1,000 pieces of content every day, because that's not realistic. And the reality is you can repurpose a lot of content anyways. But what I am saying is, if your goal is to eventually get a few bucks to spend on ads, send somebody to an auto webinar, then have some upsell at the end, and then target them with 100 emails that don't add any value to their life, and you want to sell some $97 course, you might sell a few of those courses, but you're not going to get your ideal client. And at the end of the day, you're not going to get to your ultimate goals. There's a better way. And the reason why the consumer is skeptical is because of this approach. This is why the consumer is skeptical. This is why it takes so much effort to sell somebody a course that's more than $500. Like most people are in the $197, $497 range. That's where they're parking their courses. But if you start to sell things that are more than $500, more than $1,000, the consumer today, especially in the on internet marketing space, probably is going to want you to give them a blood sample before they consider buying that course. Like, because they've been around the block and they've been scammed and they've gotten stuff that promised them one thing, and they've done all those things. So if you want to sell some of the higher end things, it's going to take building a lot more trust and adding a lot more value on the forefront. And that's the shift that we have to make. And if we could start making that shift, just being more straight up. Yes, you want an enticing headline to get people to come on here. My headline is "I don't trust you," right? So now you're probably curious about what this is about. So yeah, I use a little internet marketing there to get you to join this live. But you know what? You're damn glad you joined, didn't you? Right? You're damn glad you joined. So, but you can do a few things to get interest, to capture people's attentions, because people's attention spans are pulled in a lot of directions in the time of the day we live in. But there's a fine line there, and you know what that fine line is. You know when you're going to go one way or another on that line. You know when you cross that line. So it's up to you to know and to use your best discretion. But don't be like the YouTube ads. Don't tell the story of 3 years ago you're broke and now you've made $7 million, and you're sharing a screenshot of a Stripe account that might not be yours, a funnel that might not be yours, it might be clients. You can do better than that, folks. Just be straight up. Like, we've taken the direct approach now. We've taken the direct approach now of just saying, hey, here's what we offer, here's who it's for, here's who it's not for. If this is for you, check it out. And if it's for you, join. If it's not for you, if you're looking for the one thing, you're looking for the thing that's going to make you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, this is not for you. So we're just being straight up. And by doing that and setting the right expectations and everybody's on the same page, you are going to get a better client. So we had some people jump on here. Cindy says too spammy. Yup, right. Richard says truth. Cindy says Nicole was on for almost 2 hours. It was long. Lauren says, I don't trust you either. Come on, Z Scammer. Just kidding. Just giving you more engagement. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's a good friend. She's given us a good engagement. And if you want to know how to write good copy, good storytelling copy that is going to cut through all the noise online, definitely check out Lauren. Check out the stuff that she puts out there. I love her copy. I love her post. She's got some of the good stuff I'm always following online. Check out Lauren. She's doing it right. That's how you do it. So that's my message for you tonight, folks. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm about to catch a flight here pretty soon. I'm in the Tampa International Airport. I am headed up north. Oh, Carlos says airport marketer. That's good. That's funny, Carlos. That's actually really funny. So that's a good one. I'm an airport marketer. Oh, look at this. I am traveling, and I am always traveling. Look at this. I am a platinum medallion with Delta, and I am a world traveler. Make sure you buy my course because I travel the world and yada, 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 and the one thing, right? No. So I'm not going to do that. I'm headed up north, folks. I'm in Tampa. I'm going to go freeze my ass off for a little bit, get some work done. But if you're going to do this, you're going to do this year, nurture people, add value to your audience, give them more. Separate yourself from everybody else that's screaming how good they are, how great they are. They're screaming that all over the place. When you put out good content and when you clearly show your expertise, you don't need to be screaming. You don't need to be chasing. People start coming to you and they also start bringing other people to you. So that's how you do it, folks, and that's how you capture all the good stuff. And Lauren says, safe flight, my friend. Thank you so much, Lauren. You're awesome, brother. Stay warm, be productive. Thanks, Carlos. Thank you, everybody who joined me. I don't think I said this. My name is Kamanzi Constable. If you've never heard from me or consumed my content, I co-own a content marketing agency with my beautiful and absolutely stunningly gorgeous, super smart wife, Cindy Constable, who is on this thread. If you want to see some good copy, some good straight up copy, make sure you go check out Cindy's post. She dropped a couple really, really good nuggets today that all my entrepreneurial friends, you need to go check out her post. There's one on AR, there's one that's on her Instagram that's talking about the broke mindset. So if you haven't seen those, go check out those posts, like them, share them, tag people in them, because it's absolutely pure gold, the things that Cindy's putting out. And Carlos says, by the way, you look like you age backwards. What the fuck? Like, thank you, Carlos. I'm putting in the work, brother. I'm putting in the work, and it's starting to manifest. But that's what we have to do as entrepreneurs. We got to put in that work. So happy Wednesday evening or Thursday, depending on where you are in the world. Put out some good content. Nurture your audience. Give people a reason to want to talk about you, to want to show up to the things that you offer out there, because you are separating yourself from everybody else by proving that you are an expert in what you talk about. Have a good evening.